Welcome everyone to this video. In this one, I'm going to be covering Changli and how much she can do, or how much you can expect to do with her constellations or her sequences in this game. I'm gonna continue on. I'm just gonna show you right here. Here are the echoes I'm gonna be using on Changli. Through substats, I'm only getting 90.1 crit value total, which I'm gonna end up turning into 27.4 crit rate and 35.3 crit damage. This is going to give me a perfect 1 to 2 ratio of 64.7 crit rate to 129.3 crit damage. This is going to give me the highest average damage I can possibly achieve. And here's the main stat bonuses of all the echoes that are going to get used. I'm only gaining 48.8% attack percentage from all my echoes. I'm getting 440 flat attack from all my echoes. Here's the damage bonuses that matter. Skill damage, I'm getting 37 from my echoes, and I'm getting all 21 from echoes. This is 100%. This is going to include the 40% from the set. This is also going to include the 12% from using the motorcycle guy's third auto attack. Let's move on. These have all been taken into account for in all the future calculations. Her first inherent is going to give up to anywhere from 5 to 20% fusion damage bonus. I'm going to go ahead and say it's always going to be at 10%. I'll leave it in the middle ground. This right here, sweeping force, has also been accounted for. 15% ignore and the 20% damage bonus on both her forte and her alt. And then this right here, fiery feather, is her so it happens after she does her ultimate attack. After you use Changli's ult and you heavy attack, which you're going to want to anyway, so you can use the forte, you're going to get an increase by 25% attack. And that is going to lead us to here, right? These are all stats. Here's the team I'm using. This 10% damage bonus from the turtle and 12% from the bird have been added, and I've added that to the resonance skill and the resonance liberation. I've not added to the fusion damage. I've also added the attack from Moonlit Cloud and the healing set plus Verena's attack to this as well. I haven't missed anything. I got all my deepens, and yeah, let's move on. Everything I'm going to compare is going to be compared to sequence 0 Changli. And here's what you can expect to do when you're using Changli at sequence 0, right? You can see I'm not showing all the true sights. She has 2 more, but whatever is going to buff up 1 true sight, which is this is your normal attack on the ground, true sight conquest. Whatever buffs up 1 true sight will buff up all the true sights. They're all considered resonant skill damage, so whatever percentage this is getting increased by, you can expect the same for the others. Here is Flaming Vow, her forte. It's expected to do this much damage, and her ultimate, you can expect it to do 98,000 damage here. How I got these numbers, I'll run you by. We take my motion value for the first part of Flaming Vow and the second part that shows up here and here. This is going to go by our attack, which is the 2976. Then that is going to go through our crit value, and then that is going to go through the enemy's defense. You can see that it's higher over here than over here because this actually ignores 15% of the enemy's defense when you're using this and her ultimate. You can also see that'll go through our damage bonus over here. This will go through the enemy's elemental resistance. Every enemy in the game has 10% to everything. And then our deepen, which is 1.52. It should be 1.53, but I didn't feel like going back and changing it. The results will all still be the exact same. It'll be a difference of maybe 800 damage here and there, a little bit higher on these bigger hitting numbers. So at sequence 0, you can expect to do this. Sequence 1, you can see what it does over here. We're going to get a 10% damage bonus, basically, which will, and it's only a 10% on our skill and forte, so then it's going to increase the damage of our skills by 3.6 and forte by 3.4. It's going to be less on the forte because it already has plenty of damage bonus. You're getting way more dimension returns, and it does nothing for ultimate since it's only buffing these 2. Look at sequence 2. This is going to increase our crit damage by 30% after we use Inflamement, and Inflamement is a stack system Changli has. Every time you hit any of your true sight, one of your 3 true sights, you'll get Inflamement. And now, the way it's worded makes it seem when you get Inflamement, you will also gain 30% crit damage. It's not stated anywhere that it stacks, because you can have four of them. So I'm only going to assume 30, and then of course you can change your crit value to go with this. I get 15 more crit rate. I take some more from crit damage, but I didn't do all that. But with this second sequence, you can expect to see a 14.5% damage increase on skills, a 14.4 on Forte, and a 10.6 on your ultimate. These are the new numbers you're seeing right here. 35,554, 72, 873, and 108,951. That's sequence 3. This is going to give our ultimate a fat damage bonus of 80%. And it's only our ultimate, so these are going to stay the same. And our ultimate is getting a huge bonus, right? So right from 10.6, you're going up now to 43.9. Massive damage bonus on our ultimate. Very good too, 141. That's super demonic, but we're getting a little bit further in the sequences, and it's like these are getting more and more expensive to get these sequences, so they need to be good. This one right here is going to, after we cast our intro skill, and I'm assuming that Changli will also get this attack. Why wouldn't she? It'd be super weird if she didn't get her own attack. But yeah, increase the attack of all team members by 20%. So yeah, this is going to be now a 23.4% on both our Forte and our skill, and a 55.1 on our ultimate. So yeah, our damage bonuses are going up, man. We're going up, man. At sequence 5, you can see that heavy attack Flaming Vow's multiplier is increased by 50%. When heavy attack Flaming Vow is released, Changli's attack is increased by an additional 50%. So here we go. Here's how we do this, right? There's two scenarios I have in my mind with how this is worded, right? It's just something it's gonna have to be released, and then people are gonna have to test this to see how it works. But Flaming Vow has two parts to it. Okay, let's go back here. You can see Flaming Vow has first the part where it hits for 32.42 and do that 5 times, and then it's gonna hit for 378. So when they say Flaming Vow's multiplier is increased by 50%, I'm not sure if it's going to affect one part and not the other. So I have two scenarios. I have scenario 1 up here, where it's going to give that 50% to both parts. So this will go up to 82.42, and this will go to 428.23. And this looks really insane when you look at this damage, because this is now a 123% bonus over S0, where S4 was a 23%. But the thing is, this is Constellation 5 or Sequence 5. This is a very expensive sequence to get. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be doing this much damage or not. But then if we look at the second scenario, where it's only giving it this 50% to the big hitting part and not the first part, it's only going to do 99,000, which is going to lead to a 56% damage increase, which seems to fit a lot more in line here. The last one was 23, and now it's 56. So it would be 43, 56, and then the ult gets a 80% damage buff as well. And then let's go take a look at S6. Here, we read it. Our skill, heavy attack, our skills, Flaming Vow, Forte, and our ult all ignore an additional 40% of the target's defense when dealing damage. To understand this, enemy's defense is what reduces your damage the most in this game. So when I go back, we have a humongous number after we multiply our motion value with our crit, but then it instantly gets cut in half by this number right here, right? Only 0.5 of that damage is actually going through and going to hit the enemy. This ignoring 40% more means we are going to hit a lot more damage. So we have a 43% here, 0.6 on sequence 5, to a 79.3% on sequence 6. Look at this damage number. Like, that is bizarre. We are doing 99.7% for Flaming Vow Forte on the second scenario I have. If it's the first scenario where the sequence 5 is buffing on both parts, you can I don't know, this can't be true. This type of damage just cannot be real. And then her ultimate is doing 226,000 with this sequence 6. So to summarize everything, sequence 6 is giving a fuck ton of damage, but I don't know. I mean, what am I saying? I don't know. I do know. I don't think it's worth it, right? Sequence 0 is the spot for me, and it clears everything. It'll clear everything fine. I only made this video so you can see how much damage you're gonna get per sequence, just in case you really like this character and you maybe want to get more than just sequence 0. Sequence two. Sequence 2 is where I would stop if I really like this character. I'm coming to sequence 2 and I'm stopping here. I'm not going any further, and then I'll fix my crit ratio a little bit better. I'll get more crit rate. I'll worry about less crit damage, and I'll be happy with this. And then yeah, S6 is for the people that really want to drop a rack on the game. But yeah, I hope you found this video informative. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. With that being said, peace out, guys.